Hi, I'm Dr. Lissa Rankin, and I'm writing a book called RelationSick with my partner Jeffrey Rediger, who was the medical director at Harvard's inpatient psychiatric hospital McLean for over 20 years. And he also went to seminary, so he's highly qualified to talk about the intersection of science and spirituality, which is the topic over which we met at a conference we were both keynoting almost 6 years ago now. And I wanted to just talk a little bit about the relationship grid from Terry Real's Relational Life Therapy. Some of you may have been familiar with this before, but it's kind of one of the foundations of the book RelationSick that we're working on, where in this grid, he talks about on the vertical grid, we have a power dynamic, one up or one down. And on the horizontal grid, we have boundaryless and walled off. So we have 4 quadrants of this grid: boundaryless and one up, walled off and one up, boundaryless and one down, and walled off and one down. So take a minute and just think about your own relationships. You're probably different in different relationships, but maybe pick a primary relationship and just think about that. Where am I one up? Where am I one down? And am I sort of intrusive in my boundarylessness, or am I so walled off, like I'm using walls instead of boundaries, and I'm withdrawn, or I'm stonewalling, or I'm running, or I'm avoidant? And just notice, where am I? Am I boundaryless and one up, boundaryless and one down? Am I one up and walled off? Am I one down and walled off? And then the other person in this primary relationship that you're thinking about right now, where are they? Which quadrant are they in? And can you think of the qualities? Like boundaryless and one up, we're often thinking people get angry, they're critical, they're intrusive, they're crossing your boundaries, but they're one-upping you. They're sort of high on the narcissism spectrum. They're acting superior or controlling or entitled. And then if they're one up and walled off, they may have some of those similar qualities, but they're less boundaryless. They're more contained. They're more withdrawn. They're more, seething inside, or holding back, or conflict avoidant, or stonewalled. You feel like you can't get through, but they're still in that one up, superior, kind of maybe a little haughty in their behaviors. Like you can hear the subtext is like, this is bullshit, if you're bringing up something that you need to talk about that's bothering you. And then when we're in the boundaryless and one down, this is kind of the classic codependent, this sort of desperate for love. I'll do anything for you as long as you don't abandon me. I'm going to abandon myself and abandon my own needs, abandon my own parts, as long as I can please you. These are the stereotypical kind of people pleasers, overgivers, not holding your own boundaries, crossing your own boundaries, and possibly also crossing somebody else's boundaries. And then there's the one down and walled off, where the energy here is just kind of depression. It's this sort of self-pity. I'm kind of an Eeyore energy, like nobody's gonna love me no matter what I do. It's sort of a helplessness, a powerlessness, giving your power away, but in this one down state. And of course, because of the power dynamics, people who have a tendency to go one up have a preference for finding people who have a tendency to go one down, and vice versa. And the one-ups often are looking for somebody they can more easily control. And the one-downs are often looking for somebody who will rescue them, somebody they can give their power away to, somebody they judge as competent, who can maybe handle some of the adult responsibilities that might feel overwhelming. And of course, that magnetic pull of the one down to the one up and vice versa can be really, really magnetic. So there's lots more to say about that. I'm nose down in writing the book that will be out in May of 2026. But I just wanted to invite you to start thinking about that. Where are you? Which quadrant are you in? And please tell me what you think in the comments. If this is helpful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this with anybody you think might find it useful. And if you want to go deeper, I teach a lot about this in Love School, which you can find at lissarankin.com. Thanks so much for being here with me.